Hey everybody, this is Noah and
Raymond Stover.
Raymond Stover is our sales extraordinaire at My Call Cloud, and Raymond has been with us, I think, 5, going on 6 years, 8 years, whatever it is. I don't. Time goes really, really fast when you're having fun, and we're having a lot of fun. And we're going to go over a couple tools here, and one of the tools that our customers needed was, multitudes of tools, first of all, but this is a very simple login page to get to a specific portal, and that portal is this one.
Right. And this customer came in with some custom needs. They needed a specific monitoring tool, and they wanted to manage callbacks in the manner that they wanted to manage them. And they just wanted us to make it easy with the daily reports and the leads dashboards so they can see where things are going. Why don't we go ahead and start looking into some of these tools that have been built. These are all custom tools that have been built in-house by My Call Cloud. And so this first one is the call monitoring tool. So the supervisors on the floor can see who's being monitored, what's the status, and it gives them control. They can kick the agent off the call. They can kick the monitor off the call. They can barge if they see that something's going amiss. And it was just, it was built to spec.
Yeah. And just for everybody's purposes here, the agents' names were removed for
to protect the innocent.
Protect the innocent, yeah.
As was the campaign
Campaign.
identifiers.
Yeah. But yeah, so this tool was, this was probably a 2-week or 3-week project. And then we had some debugging, and we had some other things that we worked on and we added to this particular tool. But I think the essence of this was, we can do anything at My Call Cloud. We just have to have a plan, and we got to know, how much value the customer is interested in investing.
Right. And then getting a good layout from the client. What is it you want it to look like? How do you want it to function?
Exactly. All right, let's take a look at the next one.
So this one is for a client in the collections industry, and they needed a way that they could give a portal to their sub-clients so that they could review only their recordings. So with this tool, the client can look up their unique identifier that's shared between the companies, and they can go listen to any recording, and they can search for any recording and play it back as needed. And then the client does not have to have any other access than just this portal, which has a secure login.
And just for clarity, this is an external third-party tool for a customer's customer to come review some recordings. And this was built for specifically the newspaper industry. Well, it was adapted. It was adapted to the newspaper industry.
Nice.
And, so certain customers could listen to certain recordings, right? They just wanted to verify that the agents were doing what they were doing for the BPO that was running their projects.
Well, it holds the calling client accountable for their agent's behaviors.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly.
And their client can listen to their recordings at will. So this is a
this is the script. This is a custom script that was built from our agent script builder tool that was built also for another customer. And Raymond is a little bit more familiar with this particular customer than I am, but this was built to hit certain metrics, or not certain metrics, but certain processes that they wanted for their agents, right? Confirmation, caller notes, client notes, updates, donation, hang up, etc. Right? A little bit of call control was built into the script, and then of course dispositions.
Well, they wanted to constrain their agents to only touch these aspects while they're on the call. And they also wanted good continuity as they were transitioning from one system over to My Call Cloud. And so this was a super close match. You compare theirs to ours, and ours just looks a little nicer with some rounded edges as opposed to some of their hard edges. But, the agents, come time for conversion, it was a no-brainer.
And this one was built from scratch. We used some libraries, some Bootstrap libraries, some JavaScript libraries in order to get the layout to present the way we wanted it to, and certain color schemes and that kind of stuff, button themes and that type of stuff. But this tool is for the Vici community available. Like, we can install this at some point when we have obfuscation put in place so that people aren't just stealing it. And then once we have that in place, we'll be able to release it to the public.
Right. That's a whole nother subject, Noah. We should have a whole nother podcast video on the scripting tool. This actually was from a very early first generation that really doesn't resemble. I mean, we can produce this, but the script builder did not produce this. Not the current version that we have now. The current version we have is top notch.
A little fancier.
Yeah, super powerful.
I hear you.
All right, so this is a SMS management tool. The client here is in the healthcare industry, and they're sending out surveys post-transaction, 30 days, 120 days. They want to keep in touch with the consumer. They want to make sure that they've received the product and if they have any questions, etc. So there are multiple things going on with this tool, but to suffice it to say, a supervisor, floor manager can watch all of the outgoing SMS messages out of the system. They can see the responses from the consumer. They can drill down into each conversation and see the back and forth conversation.
Right.
And if needed, they can go and create a response. They can manually respond right there on this management interface. So it's a super powerful tool, and it really fills a big gap that many clients have been asking for.
Yeah, it definitely not part of Vici, but certainly something that our customers needed.
That's right. And one thing of note on that one, just if I'm the supervisor and I'm sending out a note, I can pick and choose the caller ID that I'm displaying. So I can look at where the message history came from, and it'll automatically put in my display number. But if I have a special project or a special team, I can specify the right caller ID that I want this message to go out on. So
yeah, especially if there's multiple projects and you need to have a proper caller ID for that project. You know, especially for the response mechanisms and all the stuff related to SMS management and project campaign approvals from carriers and all the stuff that's been put in place in the last year. You know, we have to be pretty careful about the numbers we use and make sure that you can get that information out correctly.
100%. And with this, it was a very short hop, skip, and a jump to the reporting. If I want to, as a supervisor, generate a specific report for a specific campaign or initiative that's going on here, I can grab that.
Yeah. Good.
Mm-hmm. This is just an example of the Vici interface on the agent side, and this allows an agent to send out an SMS while the agent is on a call. It gives that extra air of credibility. Oh, you're sending me a message now? Oh, okay, I received it. And as you can see here, there's an option to send a template, so it's a preset message. That way the consumers are always seeing the same message from your team.
And we can add some variables in there.
Or we can, it depends on how savvy and what the business needs are, and we can hide the custom field, or we could allow the agents to run with that.
Yeah.
Help pre-populate, as you say. So, and that's something that you can send out on the fly, give that to any agent as needed.
And again, these are not tools that are requiring additional custom development time. These tools are available, right?
That's right.
Right. So we can plug these in. We're talking about a day turnaround in order to plug in a module for you, something of that nature to hit these SMS initiatives, or if they're whatever they might be. Right.
Agreed. Well, it's a part of the discovery. How complicated is the project? The more complicated, well, it involves more time.
Exactly.
So this is a list management tool. Those of you who have used Vicidial platform before have experienced the pain that's associated with running multiple lists at once. This allows the agent, the floor manager,
supervisor,
mm-hmm. the floor supervisor to assign specific weights to lists. And we can also see the performance of that list to help them make informed decisions. Which list is performing best? Well, I want to dial 65% of all my leads for this afternoon out of that better performing list.
The highest contact rate list, right? Of course, or whatever it might be. Right.
And we've built an algorithm that if you would rather the system just run itself, well, then we can tell you how to turn on that algorithm and just go hands off and let the system manage itself and self-promote the better performing list based on the client's
What was the backstory for this particular list management tool? Do you remember?
More than anything, as I remember, is just it is so painful with list management on the Vici interface. And if you make a change on the fly and, you disable a list on another admin interface, you break the whole campaign, and it's that list management tool is broken. And this also combines a couple other things that our clients had asked for. I want an easy one-stop shop. I want to be able to go to one screen
Right.
and see what my drop rate is, adjust my drop rate, see what my lists that I'm running, how they're performing, and have the ability also right there to turn on and turn off other lists as needed.
So we consolidated this tool a little bit, right? There's a couple functions built into it.
It's been pretty popular.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been.
Custom report based on client requirements. We have a few of these.
Absolutely.
Let's go see.
Not
Let's just
that,
show
not
a
that
couple
surprising,
more.
right?
Right. And so here's another one for, this was managing, I'm sorry, I don't recognize this one.
Manage my net.
Yeah,
This is just a log. It's just a log report. That's all it is.
pretty straightforward. It allows
Yeah.
the admin to search and find based on DID
Yeah,
and date.
DID log report. So what
A couple
DIDs
of-
were in play, and what was the log for that? Again, just
Custom report.
data report,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Client had asked for this and asked for us to highlight specific things. So, and provide the data with a summary.
Exactly.
And another one, just a custom report.
Yep.
People are asking to have their needs met, and we make that happen here.
CSV export. Yep.
Yep. And this is another one. It's a lot of data, the data-intensive client that had to report to their sub-clients, and they also needed the summary down at the bottom, which was also a big part of this. So we had to grab a bunch of points of data and then provide the summary at the end.
Crunch it out in the right format they needed to, and made sure that this was transmissible to their client for their database reporting, for their metrics, for their business intelligence systems, and all that stuff.
Yep. Kick it out on a daily basis and then provide a monthly summary.
Yep. This is a
Another-
fun one.
Yeah, another custom report, and just cleaned it up a little bit, made it a little bit prettier, and provide, once again, meet the client needs. What is it they are looking to report on, and have that grand total of 56 showing up nice and clear and green because they're performing well on that day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there were some metrics here for that green splash versus non-green, right? Wasn't there like
I
a
believe so.
red,
There's a
red
threshold.
threshold or something?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, so on a very, very quick view, you can see, hey, what are my people doing? Where are we at for sales today? What user groups are involved? Whatever it might have been.
Right.
Makes
And I
sense.
can slice and dice too.
Slice and dice.
It depends on what data I want to look at.
Yeah.
This is a report for...
Again, just survey example report.
Yeah, survey example. Yeah, well, that's an interesting run. We can talk about that for a moment. Just that we have some blind agents running customer satisfaction surveys.
There
And
you
this
go.
is the output for the client, and then they turn that reporting on to their sub-client. So
Yeah.
there's full accountability.
And these are blind people.
Yeah,
Right.
they're doing a great
doing
job.
surveys. Yeah. So we converted My Call Cloud into a blind or a visually impaired
Friendly.
tool,
Mm-hmm.
right? That we actually gave a talk on 3 years ago. Was it during COVID or after or before?
Before COVID is the beginning of COVID.
Was it 2020, early 2020, or somewhere in that
Somewhere
range,
in
right?
there,
I
yeah.
feel like it was a
You can find
winter
it.
event, like a February, and we walked through some of the code changes that we did, and literally it was a 15-minute talk about where to put the code, how to add it, why making visually impaired software is important, and not really that challenging, right? It didn't take that long,
Oh, yeah. For the reward for the level of effort on our part has paid itself off many times over. And
especially just as from a social perspective. Right.
absolutely. Putting totally visually impaired people to work, it's awesome.
Just another custom report, right?
That's right. This one, they wanted to see, they were doing a big ad spend. They were doing 60, 80, sometimes $100,000 a month in ad spend. And so they wanted to see where their money was going
Right.
and what areas were popping so that they would direct their ad spend to the right areas.
Yeah. Simple. And then these are just custom sortable fields at the top that you can sort by caller ID, sales price, margin, whatever it might be.
Yep.
That was a fun little report right there.
Yeah, and it was valuable. And this is just a simple a solar sales guy that's always on the road, and he wants to, when he's not in a meeting, he wants to be able to start his SMS campaign, or he wants to start his ringless voicemail campaign, and that way if people start responding, he knows he's free, and then when he gets a call or he gets an appointment, he can stop the campaign until he's ready to run it again. Just super simple. Put it on his phone. Go ahead. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to ask, did any of the real estate people that we have, do they using these?
They could use this.
They could.
We've offered it to them, but
Yeah.
The real estate folks, sometimes they just want to work in their narrow window
Sure.
of work, and that's how it is.
Yeah. Well, as the young kids start coming up, maybe they'll be engaged in more of these multi-channel contact mechanisms.
As you said, Noah, this is a tool that's in our repertoire. We can pull it out and we can build it for someone and just give them simple turn it on, turn it off.
Mm-hmm. And while they're driving across country and they're trying to make sales pitches,
that's
or
right,
whatever the situation might be, they can use this tool for
and
that.
they don't have to log in. They can see how many leads are left. Are they running low on leads, or
Yeah, exactly.
it's good stuff.
Great little dashboard to start with. And that's where we're at right now. We've covered a bunch of different little custom pieces of software that we've built throughout the years, and we have a lot of fun interacting with our customers. We try and figure out how we can best help them solve problems. A lot of the technology involved today is we can automate. A lot of it's hands off. A lot of it's not like email downloads anymore. You can automate data feeds into Power BI or Google Analytics or whatever it might be, right? So we have all those automations on the back end too.
100%.
Yeah.
It's, as you've said, Noah, many times over, if somebody sees that there's a repetitive process going on within the call center, within the organization,
Yeah.
well, let's invest a little bit of money, provide the automation, provide the report, provide the solution, and then the people that are talented, we allow them to do their job.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Any last comments you want to say before we wrap this up today?
Feel free to reach out to us for free consulting and talk to us about any of these tools. We're open to talk.
Thanks, Raymond.
Thank you too, Noah.
Bye, everybody.
Appreciate it.